A man or woman with a strong enough why will always find a how. And what that means is if you get very clear on what you want in life and why, and that why is very powerful, like it drives you every day, nothing's gonna stop you. Pain is the greatest motivator in life. Like right now, you all have goals, you have dreams, you have things you want to achieve, but part of your brain doesn't even think that you can accomplish those things. I saw him start to just lose control of his life at a young age. I saw him drinking excessively, using drugs. He overdosed one time in my garage as a kid, and I had to give him mouth to mouth till the paramedics came. He was in and out of prison, always promising to get sober, never got sober till the day he died. I had to figure this shit out on my own because I didn't have that leadership. And I went through a lot of difficult times because of that. I was able to recapture it and tap back into my inner child when I was in prison and get clear on what really matters in this life and what doesn't. You have to find something deep inside of you that's gonna motivate you and push you to go through any obstacles, to face any fears that you have, to not give in to excuses. It has to be something that burns inside of you so bright that it could never be extinguished. You could use those negative moments in life and that emotion and channel it into positive actions. And for me, that's how I almost make sense of what I went through. Welcome back to another episode of the Unstoppable Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Crane, and hope you guys are having an amazing summer so far. Kids are out of school, sun is shining. I'm feeling blessed, man. Yesterday was Father's Day, and it really got me thinking about this message I want to share today. Really about how to find that deep drive and motivation in your life to excel, to overcome anything that is going to hold you back, and to really create the ultimate life for yourself. So before I share this message, go ahead and if you haven't already, subscribe. Share this with a friend, a family member, somebody that's looking for inspiration in their lives. I want to start you guys off with a quote, I guess it could be, or a saying that I often articulate, and that's, a man or woman with a strong enough why will always find a how. And what that means is if you get very clear on what you want in life and why, and that why is very powerful, like it drives you every day, nothing's going to stop you. But a lot of people don't know what they want, they haven't clarified it. And secondly, they don't know why. There's nothing internally that's driving them. Now, if you're somebody that's motivated by money and flashy stuff and material things, that's not enough. There needs to be something emotionally charged inside of you that's going to compel you to go above and beyond in your life. And what I mean is, people that are extremely driven, they didn't just wake up that way. They didn't just suddenly realize, oh, I need to be more motivated, or, oh, I got to go to the gym and be more disciplined. Like, that's what a lot of you guys try to do. You try to like cognitively, right? Consciously think about why you need to change versus finding something deep down inside of you that's going to drive you when you have excuses, when you're tired, when you don't want to do the work, when you have doubt, when you have fear. You have to have something inside of you that is more powerful than all those things. And so for me, it's pain. And honestly, for most of you, it's going to be something painful. Pain is the greatest motivator in life. Like right now, you all have goals, you have dreams, you have things you want to achieve. But part of your brain doesn't even think that you can accomplish those things. So some days you're motivated, some days you're inspired. Then other days you wake up and you're like, oh, what does it all matter, right? Other days you wake up and you have all these negative thoughts. You have all this doubt, so you don't do the work. That's how most people live their lives. One step forward, two steps back. One step forward, two steps back. It's because you're thinking about what you want, right? Versus why you want it, and something that's going to drive you to get away from a bad time in your life, a painful experience that you went through. So what I found with most people when it comes to change is you're going to be more consistent, more driven, and you're going to get a lot further in life if something internally is driving you that was a painful life experience, something that caused you, trauma, anguish, sadness, depression. You know, it could have been a really bad breakup. It could have been a loss of a loved one. A lot of times it's things from childhood, like growing up with parents who weren't there to support you, or parents who were going through their own struggles that caused you some type of pain in your own life, right? And that's what it is for me. So I was thinking a lot about this yesterday because I saw a picture of me and my dad. I actually posted it on social media. And I think about my dad every day. He was my best friend. I love him so much, and he did so much for me. But he also caused me a lot of pain because he was battling his demons, his addictions, and he could never overcome them. So, I saw him start to just lose control of his life at a young age. I saw him drinking excessively, using drugs. He overdosed one time in my garage as a kid, and I had to give him mouth to mouth till the paramedics came. He was in and out of prison, always promising to get sober, never got sober till the day he died. His addiction took him. And so, on the one hand, I loved him so much, but on the other hand, there was so much pain that I experienced because of that relationship, because I never had the man, the dad, the father figure that I needed in my life. Like I never had that person that I could 100% trust, and that person that could lead me to a better life. I had to figure this shit out on my own because I didn't have that leadership. And I went through a lot of difficult times because of that. And so for me, my why, the reason that I'll get up early every day, I'll outwork anybody, I'll pursue my dreams, I'll pour my heart and soul into every message, everything that I do each and every day is for my family. It's for my children. Like I look at their beautiful faces. They're like so innocent, so pure. Like I look at little Preston, my boy, right? Or Scarlett, my oldest daughter, Bella, my youngest daughter, Mason, who's going into high school now. And like they're so perfect, man. As children, kids are born with just this gift, like they're right from heaven. They're perfect. They're flawless. And this world starts to corrupt them over time and they start to change. That's what happens to all of us. We're all born perfect. You come into this world, your skin's perfect, your heart is pure, your intentions are pure, you're honest, like you're perfect. And then the world starts to impose these ways upon you, and we change over time. So anyway, without getting off on a tangent on that, I just remember what it was like to be a kid and have massive dreams and goals. I wanted to be a professional baseball player. I wanted to do so much good. Like I would picture building a home for my parents one day, or just doing all this good for society and giving back. Like I had a really good heart, and I lost that version of myself when I went through a dark time, right? Due to my parents' neglect and their actions. And so I know the pain of being a young child with so much good in my heart, so much drive, so much ambition, so much love for life. And I lost that for about 10 years. I was able to recapture it and tap back into my inner child when I was in prison and get clear on what really matters in this life and what doesn't. So what I'm getting at is at the core of what I do each and every day, it's so that my children don't experience that pain at my hands, right? At my neglect because of me, that they don't experience sadness and sorrow and feeling lost and feeling confused because of me. Like how pathetic would that be? I'm supposed to be their rock, their leader, their provider, their protector. That's what I'm on this planet to be for them. So each and every day, my motivation is to continue to develop myself so I could be there for them. Inner strength, right? Sobriety, mental strength, physical strength, to have these habits that I've established to be an example for them, to the point where I don't even have to tell them what to do, but they can just observe dad and they know what a good man is. They know what the standard is, And so if you're somebody that's going through struggles in your life right now and you're not where you want to be, you have to find something deep inside you that's going to motivate you and push you to go through any obstacles, to face any fears that you have, to not give in to excuses. It has to be something that burns inside you so bright that it could never be extinguished, right? And what I found is oftentimes it's pain, it's stuff from childhood, it's things that you went through that scarred you. You could use those negative moments in life and that emotion and channel it into positive actions. And for me, that's how I almost make sense of what I went through. Now I look back at my parents who battled addiction, all the stuff that I saw, the toxicity in my life, the trauma I experienced, it makes sense now. And in hindsight, it served a purpose. God had a plan for me that I couldn't see in the moment. Now that pain drives me to go far above and beyond in my life than I ever would have had I not gone through those moments. And so, it's not going to always be like, oh, my why is my children. Oh, my why is, like you think it's your children or you think it's these certain things, but do you have the results you want? Are you pushing yourself each and every day the way that you should be? Oftentimes, it's something deeper than that. It's personal to you, and it's something from your youth, something that you experienced early on in life. Because when you're young, you're so impressionable, and the things that we go through and experience, they really have an effect on who we become. They have an effect on how we develop. And for most people, they hinder your progress for the rest of your life. You were bullied at school, your parents got divorced, maybe you saw your mom and dad drinking too much like I did. Maybe like the first time you got your heart broken in a relationship, you got cheated on, whatever it was. Those things that you were once, that jaded you, that scarred you, that hurt you, that made you self-conscious. If you can take that and get that fuck you attitude and be like, you know what? No, I'm going to use this to drive me to be a better person, right? You hear like terms like the revenge body, women who have been cheated on or go through a breakup. Now they want to get in shape. It's kind of like that, right? It's like you got this chip on your shoulder because you're pissed off about something. Now you have two choices: be a victim because of those things, or use it to drive and motivate you to become the most exceptional person you could ever be, right? And that's like what I've done in my life, whether it was my parents and the way we were brought up, my household just falling apart, not playing sports in high school and just being viewed at kind of like as a loser by other people, another kid that didn't live up to his potential. That was me. Then going to freaking prison, being a drug addict, like I had all these labels. But deep down inside, I knew that I was better than that, man. And so that's what drives me each and every day. My why is a culmination of all that stuff. It's the regret that I faced when I sat in prison. It's not having the dad I needed growing up. It's living as a shadow of the person I could have been for all those years, not playing sports, not going to the MLB, not fulfilling my dreams as a kid. I'm still making up for lost time today. So my why is so personal to me. It's all of those things intertwined in one driving force inside of me that compels me to take massive action each and every day. But if you're a parent, if you're somebody that knows that you have responsibilities, if you're somebody that has goals, couple things. You need to be the epitome of success in your children's eyes. The food you eat, the way your body looks, the way you treat other people. Are you going after your own dreams? Like, you have to be the example. You set the standard for them, right? That's something that each and every day you got to be thinking about. And if you're not doing that stuff, why not? Why not? Like, you got to get to something deeper inside of you that's going to motivate you. Why are you not going above and beyond? Why are you holding back? Why are you wasting time? Why are you scared? Why are you just not doing what you know you should do? So somewhere in those answers is the secret to your success. The things that are causing you not to do what you know you should be doing, in there you can shift your perspective. You can flip that reason and use it to motivate you, just like I did. Like, what if, I didn't go after my dreams because I lost both my parents at a young age, or because I have 4 felonies and I went to prison, or because I got out of prison at 30 years old and had to rebuild my life. Like, all those could be reasons why I didn't achieve my goals, but I use them as a catalyst to motivate the fuck out of me to achieve my goals. You see the difference? One of them's a victim mentality. The other one is somebody who perseveres, someone who defies the odds, someone who becomes an example. So whatever it is that's holding you back, with a shift in your mindset, a shift in your perspective, you can use those same things to drive you to become the most exceptional human being you could ever fathom being. That's how you become successful in life.